Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to go over how you can scrape any publicly available databases using just two or three things. Cloud Code, API, and Cloud Cowork, which is basically the Cowork or the Chrome extension works as well. So why do you even want to scrape public databases in the first place? So this is just one example of the database that I recently scraped. And the thing is, we are able to you know find these kind of data that are not available on your like typical databases like Apollo, LinkedIn, or even some similar databases that are out there, right? And the reason for that is because the niche is very specific, and not a lot of people are number one, they are not scraping these kind of databases, and number two, when you reach out to them, when you try to scrape this list and write a message, the message would like speak for itself without you having to add multiple different variables, right? As Jordan Crawford says, like the list is the message, and that's what happens when you have a very good database. And what I did recently was I came across this Plugshare map, and we are able to find all of the charging stations that are in US using this. And what I was trying to do was I was trying to create a scraper to get all this data, right? And the good part about this is you can have a lot of these things like once you have a certain location. So let me just open one of these. You will even see the reviews that are out there for that particular charging station and everything like that, right? Not sure what, yeah. So if you scroll down, you will see the reviews. You will also see the plug kind that they're using right now and everything like that. And if you have to do it manually, it's gonna take a lot of time, right? Because you would have to scrape everything. And even if you use something like instant data scraper or like easy scraper, it's not gonna do it in a proper way. You're not gonna get everything. So what I did was I if I was to do it manually, this is how I do it, and I would show you in a minute here. So I would inspect this, and I would try to find this API over here. So as you can see, for this one, the API is this is the API that you would need, right? This is undocumented, and if you just call this API, it's gonna get you everything. And now what I did was there are a lot of these data, and as you can see over here, like you could see everything, right? So the stations, how many stations they have, like what kind of chargers they have, and everything you could see over here. And using this URL, you could just scrape using something like Genrose inside of Clay, and you could get all the data about the reviews that are being left and everything else, right? So this is like, in this case, it was super easy for me to find it. But if I cannot find it, what I would do is I would just command E, and this is going to open the Claude browser extension, and I'll just say something along the lines of, hey, can you find the undocumented API for this website, or something like that, right? And what it would do is it would go out to the network tab and then find the undocumented APIs, like the in the same way that we just did. And what I would do after that is I would take all of those information, and right, Cloud could create you an empty file, and I would take that empty file and I would take it into Cloud Code, and then I'll give it information about, hey, this is what I want to scrape. Can you help me create a quick scraper for this? Right, that's what I do. And this is what's happening here. I created this, and I have been working on a few other scraper as well, but I created this earlier, and I was able to get like 13,000 companies for like 10 cents. Yeah, it's dirt cheap. If you can find these kind of databases that have undocumented APIs, you are gonna kill it with your campaign, because number one, it's cheap. Number two, when you use like Claude and Cloud Code, it's super easy to get all of these data, right? You don't even have to do anything. So you could just run it here once, and then it will return the result. It will try to find out how to scrape it, and then you could take that information and give it to Cloud Code, and within Cloud Code, it's just going to implement right away and post it as an API actor. So for this example, the reason I'm pushing it as an API actor is because I could have just downloaded the CSV directly, because this is like undocumented and everything, and it's super easy to get it as well. But the only reason I wanted to do it this way was it's easy for me to, number one, store everything here, and number two, push everything back into Clay, so that um, we could enrich everything from there and then add it to the respective campaign. So yeah, this is what we are doing right now. These are the three main things we are using, and I have started like playing around with. I heard like didn't change the name, but yeah, Moldbot as well. And what you could do, what I've been doing actually is, I have it in my own Slack, and then if I have to find certain databases, I would just go there and ask it to find it, and then ask it to find the undocumented APIs as well, and then it's gonna create the, and then I'll ask it to create the scraper and publish it to API 2. And the only reason I'm playing around with that right now instead of just doing it within Cloud Code itself is because like there is no specific reason, but I could do it from my phone, right? I could just type on my phone and then get it to create me a scraper while I'm on the walk or while I'm doing something else, right? That's the only reason I've been playing around with it. So yeah, like you could do the same. Try to find like use Claude or Gemini or OpenAI to find the publicly available databases, and then try to find the undocumented APIs or the hidden workaround for it, and then use Claude or Maltboard or anything that you think is feasible for you, and you could create a scraper that will give you data that looks something like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.